that's another story. Hyundai Holidays. The longer you look, the more there is to like.
Get an Elantra with 0% APR for 72 months, plus $1,000 bonus cash, now through Black Friday during Hyundai Holidays. Hurry in today.
Snow still falling in some places, and the nightmare. The drivers stranded. The 20-car pileup on the George Washington Bridge. Drivers on highways stuck for so long, authorities pounding on windows to wake them up. And tonight, the chaos at airports. Passengers still waiting, and another system now coming. The new threat in California tonight, the smoke-filled air now closing schools, the Bay Bridge vanishing behind it, and the new and staggering number doubling tonight, 600 people now unaccounted for. President Trump's answers to Robert Mueller, what we've learned tonight. This new surveillance this evening, the 49ers football fan and Army vet who'd been in the stands with his girlfriend, then vanishing. His car still sitting right there. The Colorado father who begged for his wife and children to come home, even though authorities say he'd already killed them. Tonight, his girlfriend breaking her silence. What she noticed not long before. Your Money Tonight, Black Friday, just 1 week away. And the major tip tonight, the one step you can take right now online that will ensure you get the lowest price. Thanksgiving almost here. The CDC tonight with a new warning about turkey and salmonella. And celebrating the man behind so many classics, from Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid to The Princess Bride.
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on a Friday night, and we have a lot to get to tonight, but we begin with the nightmare still playing out. That deadly and historic nor'easter slamming several states. There is still snow falling. It brought New York City to a halt. That 20-car pileup on the GW Bridge connecting New Jersey to New York City. Gridlock across the city. The maddening scene for so many passengers, with buses delayed, halted. You can see the guards there blocking the escalators to the Port Authority bus station. Students at a middle school forced to spend the night there. And tonight, cancellations and delays still causing quite a scene at airports. Passengers sleeping on cots at Newark Airport. And now a new system we're watching tonight. Meteorologist Rob Marciano leading us off.
Tonight, with snow still falling in parts of the Northeast, the nightmare is not over. A historic November nor'easter, stranding drivers and cars for hours, passengers still waiting at airports, students stranded at school into the night.
This storm hit right at that perfect hour, right as rush hour was starting.
In Manhattan, 6 inches of snow and ice halting traffic. Hundreds of trees crashing down under the weight of the snow gathering on leaves still on the trees. Blocking roads, crushing cars.
I just heard a crack. The whole branch just fell down.
The stunning scene on New York's George Washington Bridge, a 20-car pileup. Some were forced to get out of their cars and simply walk across the bridge. Nearly 2,000 crashes in 12 hours.
Even if you say it's an exceedingly unusual set of events that came together, we still can't let it happen again.
Meanwhile, a sea of frustrated commuters packed into New York's Port Authority bus terminal. The massive crowd held back by armed guards.
4 hours on an hour-and-a-half normal commute.
Some commuters forced to get out and push, many simply abandoning their cars. These students at this middle school in New Jersey forced to spend the night sleeping on gym mats. Their parents could not pick them up from school. They watched the movie Frozen.
Yeah, I wanted to go home.
On Interstate 78 in Pennsylvania, police using sirens, banging on doors to wake truckers and drivers who were stuck in traffic for so long they had fallen asleep. And the storm was deadly. One driver traveling north from Florida on Interstate 95 in Connecticut was killed after getting out of his car to clear snow. Air travel also grinding to a halt. Passengers trapped there too.
We were stuck on the plane for 2 hours.
Stranded travelers crashing on cots in airport terminals from Boston's Logan Airport to Newark.
What a mess. Let's get right to Rob Marciano with us live again tonight. The George Washington Bridge there behind you, Robin. What a chaotic scene there overnight. You're now tracking another system?
Yes, we are, David. We're not quite done with this one, which quite frankly outperformed our forecast. It's now spinning off the coast of Maine and spiraling snow bands around northern New England and North New York. But other storm you talked about, we've got winter storm warnings posted now for Wyoming and North Dakota, kind of a two-pronged system that will bring snow to the I-80 corridor and also snow through Minneapolis, Chicago, reaching into the areas that got some ice earlier this week, maybe 2 to 4 inches. Behind that, Wind chills will be below zero. Some of that cold air will get to the east next week. David?
Rob Marciano with us again tonight. Thanks as always, Rob. And we're going to turn next year to California and the new and staggering toll tonight. The number now doubling. Authorities now say there are 600 people unaccounted for. And look at this, yet another concern tonight. The smoke from the wildfires closing schools. The air reaching hazardous levels, spreading across hundreds of miles, more than 150 miles away. That's San Francisco's Bay Bridge disappearing in the haze. And tonight, the U.S. military has now sent in morgue teams to help identify human remains, with so many families waiting. ABC's Will Carr from California again tonight.
3, 2, 1. Tonight, exhausted fire crews attacking the campfire from the air. The containment rising, but hazardous smoke smothering the region. The putrid air quality worse in major cities in China, reaching dangerous levels for millions from Sacramento to San Francisco, where schools have closed, residents forced to wear masks. The death toll jumping again after the fire, the deadliest in California history, wiped the town of Paradise off the map. For days, officials have been combing through rubble and missing persons reports from 3 separate hotlines. Tonight, with war zone remains experts on the ground, more than 600 still unaccounted for. Pam Nolan looking for her ex-husband.
We've checked every evacuation center, every shelter.
A list of the missing posted in this Walmart parking lot, where many Paradise residents have relocated, living in tents filled with smoke until Sunday, when they'll be forced to leave. And David, more than 11,000 homes and businesses have burned to the ground here in California. With the president coming to see the devastation on Saturday, state leaders are calling this a humanitarian crisis. David.
Will Carr tonight. Our thanks again to you. Excellent reporting all week long. Tonight, President Trump now says he has answered Robert Mueller's written questions and that he wrote the responses on his own, indicating he's convinced Mueller tried to trip him up. Here's ABC's chief White House correspondent Jonathan Karl.
President Trump today said he has at long last completed written answers to questions from special counsel Robert Mueller.
I haven't submitted them yet. I just finished them.
He insisted he wrote the answers himself, not his lawyers.
My lawyers aren't working on that. I'm working on that. I write the answers. My lawyers don't write answers. I write answers. I was asked a series of questions. I've answered them very easily. Very easily. I'm sure they're tricked up because, they like to catch people. Gee, was the weather sunny or was it rainy? He said it may have been a good day. It was rainy. Therefore, he told a lie. He perjured himself. Okay, so you have to always be careful when you answer questions with people that probably have bad intentions.
ABC News has learned the president objected to some of the questions, and over the past 24 hours, he has harshly attacked Mueller and his investigation. The inner workings of the Mueller investigation are a total mess, he tweeted just yesterday. They are screaming and shouting at people, horribly threatening them to come up with answers they want. They are a disgrace to our nation. It's unclear what the president was referring to. We asked both the White House and the Justice Department if he had been briefed by the new acting Attorney General, Matt Whitaker. Neither would answer.
You on Twitter yesterday seemed a bit agitated about what you might be perceiving the Mueller investigation.
No, I'm not agitated. It's a hoax. The whole thing is a hoax. There was no collusion.
John Carr with us live tonight from the White House. And John, as you know, there's another headline tonight breaking in the Washington Post. They are now reporting that the CIA has now concluded that the Saudi Crown Prince ordered the assassination of journalist Jamal Khashoggi, of course, last seen on that surveillance going into that consulate in Istanbul. John, again, breaking in the Washington Post. But if confirmed, this would lead, of course, to major questions.
Well, if true, David, this would ramp up the pressure on the Trump administration to take a tougher line on Saudi Arabia. Just yesterday, the Trump administration imposed sanctions on 17 current and former Saudi officials. But as you know, the president has resisted placing blame directly on the Crown Prince, and he's also made it clear that he does not want to see broader sanctions on the Saudi kingdom. David?
All right, we'll continue to follow it. John Carl, our thanks to you. Next tonight, to new surveillance just out after the mysterious disappearance of a 49ers fan and an Army vet. He vanished from Levi Stadium during the Monday Night Football game. Surveillance video now showing him after he left his seat where he was with his girlfriend to go to the bathroom. He never came back. His car sitting there untouched. Here's ABC's Kana Whitworth.
This eerie surveillance video just released by police shows 32-year-old Ian Powers looking down at his cell phone while apparently leaving the San Francisco 49ers game on Monday alone. Police believe he was headed in the direction of his car. The Army veteran has been missing for 4 days. And this is Ian at the game. He had traveled there with his girlfriend and her 2 kids from Spokane, Washington, when she says he got up to use the restroom and never came back.
For him to just get lost, I don't know. So it must have been unusual circumstances.
She says this screenshot is from their last video chat when they were trying to find each other before she says they lost contact.
He didn't know where he was. He kept saying he was by the entrance.
Police say his car was found where he parked it with no signs of foul play, and he's made no traceable financial transactions and posted nothing on social media.
Our investigation is going to continue into the night. However, we will be back in some capacity out here tomorrow.
David, police tell me they are baffled by his disappearance. They're now reviewing surveillance video from nearby businesses. David?
Kana, thank you. And the new headline tonight involving the Colorado father who pleaded for the return of his pregnant wife and young daughters, even though authorities say he had already killed them. Tonight, his mistress, who said he told her that he was divorcing, now breaking her silence and the warning signs right before. Here's ABC's Lindsay Davis.
A week after Chris Watts pleaded guilty to murdering his daughters and pregnant wife,
He is amazing.
his girlfriend is pulling back the curtain on a double life.
My daddy is a hero.
Nicole Kessinger tells the Denver Post Watts is a liar. He lied about everything. They met at work just weeks before his family went missing. She says he told her he was finalizing a divorce and described him as soft-spoken and a good listener. But his story unraveled when his family went missing and he begged on TV for their return.
I just want them back.
Kessinger telling the Post, I thought if he was able to lie to me and hide something that big, what else was he lying about? When she pressed him for answers, his lack of emotion only made her more suspicious, and she feared for his wife and children. Police recovered their remains at a Colorado oil site, his daughters hidden inside storage tanks.
Kessinger says she wanted to help and went to investigators while police were still searching. As for Watts, he'll be sentenced on Monday. He's expected to get life in prison, David.
Lindsay Davis, thank you. A stunning revelation tonight that the U.S. has filed secret charges against Julian Assange, the WikiLeaks founder who has taken asylum in the Ecuadorian embassy in London. The federal indictment for an unknown crime was revealed by mistake, apparently, in an unrelated case. We do know that WikiLeaks is on the radar of Special Counsel Robert Mueller. Investigators believe the Russians used the WikiLeaks site to spread those emails hacked from the Democratic National Committee to damage Hillary Clinton. Assange has said the emails did not come from the Russians. Next tonight, to what prosecutors are calling a GoFundMe scam, that couple and a homeless vet all charged after raising $400,000 in donations. Tonight, that woman's lawyer just speaking out moments ago, now defending her. Here's ABC's Whit Johnson.
Tonight, the woman accused, along with 2 others, of an epic lie to scam thousands of Americans, now wants everyone to believe she too was duped.
Kate is being used and being set up to continue to be the face of this and to continue to do what she was trying to do, which is help a homeless veteran.
The attorney representing Kate McClure says it was her boyfriend at the time, Mark D'Amico, and Johnny Bobbitt, who met first and pushed the alleged scheme, telling a viral tale about Bobbitt, a homeless veteran, offering Kate his last $20 when she ran out of gas. But less than an hour after their GoFundMe page went live, prosecutors say McClure texted a friend admitting it was fake, writing, "Okay, so wait, the gas part is completely made up, but the guy isn't. I had to make something up to make people feel bad."
On Kate's part, it was puffing, it was exaggeration, trying to help this veteran.
David, McClure's attorney says she and D'Amico are no longer together. Lawyers representing her alleged co-conspirators declined to comment. David?
Whit Johnson with us again tonight. And a breaking headline from Georgia this evening. Democratic candidate for Governor Stacey Abrams has now said there is no way for her to win, but not calling it a concession. Abrams called her Republican opponent Brian Kemp the victor, but she does say she'll file a lawsuit claiming, quote, gross mismanagement of the election. President Trump awarding the nation's highest civilian honor, the Medal of Freedom, to 7 Americans, 3 of them awarded posthumously. Babe Ruth, rock and roll legend Elvis Presley, and Supreme Court Justice Antonin Scalia. And right there in the front row today, Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, recently hospitalized after a fall. She and Justice Scalia were good friends. The president today welcoming her back. There is still much more ahead on World News Tonight this Friday. The suspected serial killer and his new confession admitting to about 90 murders nationwide is making headlines.